by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. This is a quote by Abraham Lincoln when he gave the Gettysburg Address in 1863. He believed in freedom and a government made up of regular people for the purpose of serving regular people. Hi, my name is Ethan Forsyth, and I am a member of the Journeymakers 4-H Club. And I am here to present to you Iowa government. It belongs to you. Now, this may not be a typical topic that kids often talk about, but the more I learn about government, the more I realize that it's an amazing system that kids should learn about and get involved in. Not only is it such an amazing system, but we're going to be grown up someday. We'll be voting for our representatives, and our tax dollars will be paying them. We may want to serve in our state government someday. It truly does belong to us, and it will benefit us to know how it works and who's a part of it. So let me share with you what I know about the basics of Iowa government. Like our national government, our Iowa leadership is spread throughout 3 different branches. The legislative branch, they make the laws; the executive branch, they carry out the laws; and the judicial branch, they interpret and apply the laws. In other words, we don't have a king or queen to make all the decisions. Our founding fathers thought it was unfair for one person to have all the power. So they spread it between these 3 different branches, and they kind of keep an eye on each other, making sure that no one gains too much power. This is called checks and balances. I will explain as I go. Let's start with the legislative branch. These guys make the law. It is made up of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Every Iowan is represented by one senator who holds a 4-year term and one representative who holds a 2-year term. The Senate and House each have a presiding officer. Currently, the President of the Senate of Iowa is Republican Charles Snyder. And the Speaker of the House is Republican Linda Utliner. As you can see, Republicans are currently controlling both the House and Senate, with 32 seats in the Senate and 54 seats in the House. I wouldn't be doing the legislative branch any justice if I didn't touch on their all-important job of making bills, ideas for laws, into actual laws. You'll see the checks and balances system working hard and well in this plan of action. There are a lot of people who have a say in what becomes a law in our state, and here's how it works. First, someone convinces a representative or senator to sponsor a bill. Usually, this is a good old-fashioned lobbyist, someone who takes the people's ideas to the Capitol for action. Then that bill gets assigned to a committee. We'll say the bill came from a state representative, so it'll go to a committee from the House of Representatives. That committee will either accept the bill or deny it. If accepted, it moves on to the House. To the House of Representatives. If approved by a majority in the House, it goes over to the Senate and is placed on the committee there. That committee will either accept the bill or deny it. If accepted, it goes to the Senate for a vote. And if approved by a majority in the Senate, it heads over to the governor. At this point, the governor has 3 choices. Veto the bill, in other words, deny the bill, let the bill sit for 3 days where it automatically becomes a law, or sign the bill and make it into a law. At any point along this process, if the bill gets denied, it dies. It often ends up getting amended and tweaked in order to make it more favorable, and then goes back through the system again. If it makes it through the House and the Senate and is vetoed by the governor, there's actually still a chance it can become a law. It would just require a revote of the House and Senate with 2/3 majority favor on both sides. And that's the legislative branch. Next, we have the judicial branch. The elected people in this branch are the governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, auditor of state, treasurer of state, and secretary of agriculture. These people all serve 4-year terms. Iowa's governor is Republican Kim Reynolds. She's the chief administrator of Iowa's government. As mentioned before, she the exciting opportunity to take final action on all bills passed by the House and Senate. So there she is, vetoing and signing bills all day long. Except she also has the job of appointing non-elected government officials. And each year she gives a report on the general condition of the state and makes recommendations on how state money should be spent. Iowa's Lieutenant Governor is Republican Adam Gray. Iowa is unique in that our governor and lieutenant governor are elected as a team, while some other states elect them separately. The lieutenant governor succeeds the governor in case something happens to the governor, such as death or impeachment. He also does different duties as assigned by the governor. Quite the team, I would say. Iowa's Secretary of State is Republican Paul Payne. He is the primary caretaker of important state records. He takes care of elections and deals with trademarks and notaries. His office even preserves the original documents, such as the Iowa Constitution. Moving on, known as the taxpayer's watchdog, our Auditor of State is Democrat Rob Sanders. He annually examines books, records, and documents of every state department, from counties to cities to school districts. This guy makes sure every penny is accounted for. Good thing we have someone keeping an eye on these things. Our Treasurer of State is Democrat Michael Fitzgerald. He's our money guy. He keeps the state treasury and works with the banking superintendent, our Department of Revenue, and state auditor to make sure all funds are cared for appropriately. Our Secretary of Agriculture is Republican Mike Nagg. We could think of him as the caretaker of Iowa's land. Since we're such an agricultural state, he also keeps a good eye on global conditions affecting the economy for agriculture. And he assures the quality of animal health and egg products in Iowa. There are many other state departments which are not elected but appointed by the governor. Some of these departments to be recognized are the Department of Natural Resources, Department of Human Services, etc. Now that I've told you about the legislative and executive branches of government, I will now tell you about the last branch, the judicial branch. They interpret and apply the law. They settle disputes in civil cases and determine guilt or innocence in criminal cases. Within the judicial branch, we have the Attorney General, the district courts, and the appellate courts. Our Attorney General is Democrat Tom Miller. I like to think of the Attorney General as the state's official lawyer. He represents state agencies in court cases and gives legal advice to state officials. He also protects consumers from fraud and ensures fair competition in the marketplace. As part of our judicial branch, each of our state's 99 counties has a district court. Civil and criminal cases begin here. However, we also have the appellate courts, which review cases appealed from the district courts. This means when people are not happy with their original results, they come back to try again. The appellate courts also rule on the constitutionality of laws passed by the legislative and executive branch. This is a way they can keep checks and balances on the other two branches. Such a good idea. Within the appellate courts, we have the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals. The Supreme Court is made up of 7 judges. It is the highest court in the state. It keeps the really important cases. Each of the judges is appointed by the governor and then serves an 8-year term. After that, the state votes to keep them or give them the boot. Iowa's Court of Appeals is made up of 9 judges who work in panels of 3. This is where most of the normal and not super duper important cases go. Each of the judges serves a 6-year term and then get voted on by the state to go or stay after that. So now I've told you about the legislative branch and how they make the law, the executive branch, which includes the governor herself, and the judicial branch. These branches work together to serve you and me. They're there because we elected the members, or the person who appointed them. Do you see the importance of being an educated voter? This means this building belongs to you, and the people in it are serving you. Get involved and get to know your local representatives. They're interested in what you have to say. Someday you may even find yourself representing your friends and neighbors on Capitol Hill. As Franklin D. Roosevelt said, let us never forget that the government is ourselves and not an alien power over us. The ultimate rulers of our democracy are not a president and senators and congressmen and government officials, but the voters of this country. Thank you for taking time to learn a little bit more about the Iowa government. It belongs to you. Are there any questions?